Hey guys, what was hiding under this lingam at Candi Kimpulan Temple? When archaeologists removed the cylinder, they found a stone object with 17 cavities. In this video, I will recreate this and explain how they used this ancient machine 1,200 years ago. Inside these cavities, they had alternating plates made of gold and silver, making it look like the fan blades of a motor. Why did ancient builders create such an object 1,200 years ago? And why did they hide this under the lingam? Experts dismiss it as a mere religious ritual, but was there a scientific purpose behind it? So, we have tried to recreate the entire setup as accurately as possible. And here we have a lingam seated on the base or the Yoni. But is the lingam removable? Yes, we have designed it to be removable, and underneath the lingam, we have recreated this stone plate with alternating plates of gold and silver, with a large circular gold plate in the center. I've put some simple color foils for now. Initially, I thought this was kept inside a stone box because I don't understand Indonesian languages. But after double checking the reports, this is how they placed the stone plate. It was placed directly under the lingam, just like this. In my previous video, I demonstrated how ancient Hindus poured water and generated electricity using iron and silver plates. But what were they doing with these gold and silver plates? Gold is very expensive, so I could not buy so many plates of gold. But this is one plate of pure gold, and this is a plate of pure silver. We are just putting them one next to another in this pot. And what do you think? Will this also produce electricity? When we pour water into it, we can actually see the voltage gain here. We can see electricity being produced. But were they generating electricity using these gold and silver plates and using this electricity to run machines and devices, just like what we do today? No. Ancient builders were making gold water and were using it for healing purposes. Let me explain. What does this voltage actually mean? Why is electricity being generated? When we put gold and silver next to one another, very small atoms of gold are starting to detach from the gold plate. They are traveling in this water and are moving towards the silver plate. Water is a weak electrolyte. It doesn't help this travel as much. But if we use a stronger electrolyte solution, we can actually electroplate this piece of silver and make it look like gold. This process is called gold plating, and we use it on ornaments all the time. But ancient builders were not trying to do gold plating or generate electricity with these silver and gold plates. They placed it under the lingam to make gold water. When we pour water on this lingam, the water hits the base. It goes into this pit and soaks into this secret stone plate, and tiny particles of gold will detach and try to swim towards the silver. This is exactly why they put these gold and silver plates in alternating cavities, to facilitate electrolysis. And the large gold circular plate with huge surface area would release a lot of gold particles as well. Now, the gold atoms would try to reach the silver plates, But as we keep pouring water, the water will be released through the spout and get collected in this pot. But what does this pot have now? Gold water. Yes, it will have nanoparticles of gold in the water. But why did ancient builders need gold water? Because this practice is mentioned in the ancient medical texts of Ayurveda. Even today, Hindus use a silver cup, put a gold coin into it, pour hot water, and after a few minutes, they drink this water. Ancient Hindu texts support the consumption of tiny quantities of gold. This is called Swarna Basma. Sometimes it is in the form of a paste of herbs mixed with nano gold or colloidal gold particles. This is said to cure conditions like arthritis, general weakness, and asthma. Even today, traditional doctors in India prescribe this to improve strength and longevity. But this practice was not only limited to ancient India and Southeast Asia. Gold water is also mentioned in the Bible. According to the text, Moses comes down from Mount Sinai and he sees that a bunch of people made a golden idol of a calf and are worshipping it. Was this a Nandi they were worshipping, just like what Hindus worship today? Or was it the Egyptian bull god Apis? I always wonder if people were worshipping the same gods around the world before the time of Moses. But let's get back to the story. So Moses sees these people worshipping a golden calf, but he does not want people to worship idols. So he takes the golden calf and grinds it to a powder to destroy the idol. The story should have ended there, but it doesn't. He then takes this gold dust and sprinkles it on water and makes the children of Israel drink this water. This is quite interesting because it must have been common knowledge to that ancient civilization also. They knew drinking gold water was beneficial to health. So, at the Candi Kimpulan Temple some 1,200 years ago, they would have poured water on top of the lingam. Some water would stagnate here and would grab particles of gold. And when they added more water, the water would have been released into the pot via the spout. Then, the pot of gold water would have been passed around to the devotees and people would have drank this water. Priests still do it in India. They give holy water to the devotees to drink. Imagine drinking this gold water every day. This would have brought great health benefits to the devotees if ancient texts are right about gold water. By the way, don't try this at home. Please don't try to make your own gold water and drink it. Modern medicos have not done clinical trials to prove this works, so we don't have enough evidence to prove if gold water gives good health benefits. 20 years from now, they may explore this as a part of mainstream science and it may turn out to be wrong. Or they may find out, like they did with fasting, that gold water is actually good for your health. Humans have always been obsessed with gold and its medicinal values. Around the world, alchemists search for an elusive substance called the philosopher's stone, which could make them immortal. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the philosopher's stone is called Chintamani and is depicted in the hands of gods. Did such a gold compound exist in ancient times? We may think that these were just ancient myths, but even in medieval times, people experimented with gold. 650 years ago, John of Rupashisa, a French alchemist, wrote this: "If you heat a gold coin until it is red hot and put it in a cup of water and then drink that water, you will be healed of many diseases and have a long life." Today, you can buy commercial gold water in bottles. There are many companies which sell water with minute particles of gold. People do buy and drink this and claim that they're getting great benefits. So you can understand why ancient builders put the stone plate with gold and silver under the lingam. It was not a mere superstitious ritual. They did it to help people and heal them. In my previous video, I showed you how they were using iron and silver to give electrotherapy to heal the sick. So we can understand that ancient Hindus of Indonesia were very advanced in their thought process. Every object and routine they used had some practical use behind it. Most people dismiss the Candi Kimpulan Temple simply as a place of worship. But I hope you will agree with me that this was a place where great healings were performed. The fact is, we know very little about this temple. Experts don't even know the original name of the temple. Candi Kimpulan simply means the temple of Kimpulan. Candi means temple, and Kimpulan is just the name of this village. So we don't even know the actual name of this temple. So let's be humble enough to accept that what we know is very little. I hope my videos are used as a stepping stone, and I hope people will research more about this great temple placed inside the Islamic University of Indonesia. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.